And I might just double check my tuning as well, because maybe I'm not quite at concert. And I might just at concert pitch. Let's check that just real quick. I see. Glad I did that. Otherwise, you guys would all be a microtone out from me for the whole thing. There we go. So yeah, today's little ditty was inspired by a lesson that I was doing for a wonderful chap called Bill, and he was learning a song by the Yes guitarist Steve Howe, right? Tell me I didn't just say something really, really stupid. And we were, in particular, we were learning. Let me just get the Mood for a Day. If anyone knows Steve Howe, good. It was. I said Steve Howe, and then I was thinking, was he like the Chancellor of the Exchequer or something? But yeah, absolutely Steve Howe. And we were looking at Mood for a Day. If anyone knows this piece of music, I'm not kind of really big into it, I'll be honest. It's kind of crazy, really strange. I learned clap, if anyone knows that, a long time ago. That was really more enjoyable in the sort of getting your fingers around it. Mood for a Day is just seriously hard. But what I really liked about it was it has this wonderful B harmonic minor kind of feel to it, and this kind of flavour. So I thought I'd get lost in that a little bit and create something for you guys, just using that flavour, I suppose. So I've got some very nice chords. Well, I think they're nice. They're kind of. We've got some nice scale stuff over the top as well. We've got some diminished chords. And we've got a really simplistic melody, which is this. Okay, and then I'm going to teach you a bit of finger picking to go with it, which will be something more like. Maybe some of this in there. Then, for those of you who are still feeling hungry, I've got a percussive bit in there as well. However, you might just want to take the chords, or you might want to just take the melody, or you might want to take the finger picking, or you might want to take the percussion as well. It is totally up to you. Right, let's get stuck in. Let me just double check me live thing. Fantastic, work at a treat. Brilliant. All right, chords, folks. So it's kind of an upside down Angie. Yeah, I like that. Kind of a sad Angie. So B minor bar chord, okay, folks. That's really what it's based around, and this is all based around B minor. It's B harmonic minor, which means that essentially one of the notes has been sharpened just a tiny little bit, and it creates that flavour from these two notes. But we'll get more stuck into that in a minute. So to do that B minor bar chord, it's your first finger across the 2nd fret from the A string, and then you've got 2nd finger 3rd fret B, little finger 4th fret G, 3rd finger 4th fret D. Now if you're crap at barring like me, then this is wonderful to do, because there't going to be a lot of taking your first finger off, or at least lifting it up enough to have that open E. So if you were to strum through that, you would just have a B minor like this, or lifting the bar up so the open E comes out. Or what the hell, maybe you just want to mute it. Okay, so that's our root chord. Okay, and then after a little bit of melody, we're always going to come down to this one. Originally, when I was doing it, I was not worried about the F sharp actually, and I was sort of just seeing it as a B flat, really. A B flat diminished, I suppose. However, it's really, really tasty with that low F sharp in there, okay? Yeah, okay. So how do we fret that? Well, we've got our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the E, and our 1st finger on the 1st fret on the A, and our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret on the D, and our little finger on the 2nd fret on the B. Okay, so there's a lot of parallel stuff going on there. So we've got 2nd finger 2nd fret E, 1st finger 1st fret A, 3rd finger 2nd fret D, little finger 2nd fret B. You can get away very nicely with taking that little finger off and creating quite a spicy chord there as well. But that can be too much for some. Having a noodle round with where you fret that little finger, having it off, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, can be really fun too. Cool, so we've got our B minor. We talked about having that open E. We'll get to picking patterns and stuff in a minute, we're just getting the chords. And then our B flat or F sharp, however you want to see it. I don't mind, we can call it Steve. Lovely. Okay, and then final little chord shape to show you is a little diminished shape, which some of you will know already anyway, where we basically take, well not basically, we take our 1st finger on the A string 4th fret, our 3rd finger on the 5th fret D, and then our 2nd finger on the 4th fret G, and our little finger on the 5th fret B. So our fingers are sort of folded into themselves. These two naturally fall where they do, and then these two fall on top of them and in front of them. So we've got, from the A string, we've got 4, 5, 4, 5. And we do that on 4 and 5, and then we just shift it up to 7 and 8. And then we can shift it up to 10 and 11. Okay, they're really nice chords, aren't they? Comedy chords. It's like cartoon characters, isn't it? Okay, cool, excellent. So B minor to our B flat is really where it's at, okay? So we'll just build in a little rhythm before we start to put the melody in. We'll just do a little Travis picking pattern to get us going. So I'm going between thumb, index, thumb, and then I'm going to my ring finger, okay? String wise, on my B, I'm going A, G, D, E. Or give yourself a break and just lift off that first finger. You could change it again. You could maybe go thumb, index, thumb, middle. That could be quite nice too. So thumb, index, thumb, middle. Or string wise, you'd end up going A, G, D, B. You could switch between the two. Just keeping that same pattern. Start to feel really confident, try and mix them up. And try and put emphasis on different ones. And then melody starts to come out of it. We do exactly the same thing down on this one, but it's nice to shift our hand up, okay? So where we were going A, G, D, B, or A, G, D, E, depending on what you were doing, we can shift our hand up completely, and we can go E, D, A, G, okay? So I'm going thumb, index, thumb, middle, but I'm now covering E, D, A, G. Or occasionally putting in my ring finger there instead. And for those of you who come regularly, I'm about to bang on about down and up strokes. Forgive me. So basically the whole idea of this is just like going down and up. So you can shift as long as the motion is either thumb finger or thumb finger. That's just the same as going down up. So you can switch between which fingers you want without thinking, as long as the pattern remains the same, down up, down up. Rhythm, the pulse will stay there. Cool, okay. So hopefully now we have some chords. We had these ones too, didn't we? And now we have a bit of a pattern going on. Now, it's nice to sort of not really consciously think about how long you're spending on that B minor, but just move to the next chord when you're ready. And when you do that, it gives it a kind of, it makes the sort of chords a melodic device, really. even if you were strumming it. So it's as if you're sort of singing your melody and then you're finishing it down on this chord. Cool. Cool. Okay, to make things a little trickier, don't worry if you can't do any of these levels as ever. They're just there because everyone is totally different or able to do different things. Okay, so even if you only took the chords, just enjoy playing along in whatever way you enjoy doing. So we're going to introduce some melody. We're going to introduce this very simplistic melody of going okay. We can also do that as well, but I kind of like the G. So B minor and F sharp, yeah. But this is a bit of a sort of a F sharp 7 type affair. Okay. If you want me to go over a chord again, you say, that's totally cool. It's not. People appreciate it because sometimes I'm rabbiting on about the wrong thing, and you really want me just to show you how to play that chord again. So just say it's no problem. Cool. Even if it's like right at the end, you're like, how do you do the first chord again? That's cool. So yeah, the melody. We are going from the 2nd fret up to the 3rd fret on the E, or F sharp, and then G. Okay, and then we're going open E, and then we're going to the 2nd fret on the E, and then we're going to go to the B string 3rd fret, and then we're going to go to open E, and then we're going to finish the melody. We can finish it with an open G for real dissonance, or we can finish it 2nd fret B. Okay, so we're going. Sorry, a bit of a long pause there. Okay, so that's the melody underneath. Cool. Now, hopefully, you can start to maybe imagine where the chords are there. So we've got. I'll gradually introduce this. So we've got B minor first, right? Then comes our F sharp. Good way of really understanding how that works is rather than playing the last melody note, you can just play the chord. You can really hear it then, so you can go. Oh, sorry. And there we are. Cool. Okay. So if you wanted to, you could play that melody, or you could try and fit it in with your finger picking. No. Sorry. Terrible guitar playing, Chris. Anyway, I got through it once, so that's good. We're doing exactly the same pattern as I was showing you right at the beginning, okay? So, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, thumb, finger. Thumb is down, finger is up. However, on that first on the first beat of the bar, yeah, but the first beat of each bar, as well as playing a down with our thumb, we're playing a melody note as an up with a finger. Okay, so right at the start, we would play the high E 2nd fret with our ring finger, so just holding that B minor, and the A string with our thumb to get that together. Okay. So I'm going 2 together, then thumb. I mean, I'm simplifying it slightly even on. I just realised I'm not even doing an up. So I'm going 2 together, and then thumb comes down, then index. And, even simpler than that again. I'm going 2 together, thumb, and then back to the thumb, and then up. And then finishing on the D. Okay, so I've taken our and made it even simpler. Boom da ba, boom da ba. So thumb, thumb, thumb up, thumb, 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 thumb up, thumb. But playing a melody note on the first one, so bam da ba ba. The second melody note is an open E, so I just lift off my bar. Okay, and then my third melody note is oh, guys, I'm telling you porcupines again. So first one is the 2, so that second one is the 3rd fret E string, so I just drop my first finger down, my second finger down, sorry. Okay, and then we go to the open E, so I return to my chord, lift off the bar, and then I put the bar back down. Then we play our melody note here, 3rd fret on the B, so I'm using my middle finger now, and then the open E again, and then our F sharp. Okay, so let's have a little run through of that, a little refresh as well, and then what we will do is we'll try and put every time I do my kick drum sound, I get some buttons from my cardigan, which is not ideal. We'll then try and put the kick drum sound in. For those of you who But let's try and just have a quick recap. So I showed you the chords. I showed you these ones as well, which you can just use as a nice little break in between if you're noodling with it. I gave you a basic finger picking pattern of down and up, and you could strum that too. Use those diminished chords, those other crazy ones I showed you, if you wanted to, whenever you want. And then I showed you a little melody. And then we started putting it with the finger picking pattern. We did that by just stripping the pattern back to being down, 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 up, down, and with the melody note on the first down. Cool, so we'll play it around a few times, have a little jam through it, and it's up to you what you play. Oh, hey Justin, I'm doing great, man. I hope you're doing good too. Thanks for dropping in. You could play just the melody. You could play just the chords, strumming, or maybe not even strumming, just playing at the beginning, or finger picking. Or you can sit back and have a cup of tea. It's up to you. Right. Here we go then. So, yeah, maybe I'll start just with a bit of finger picking. Cool. I'll bring the melody in. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Fabulous. Excellent. Okay, well, I hope you got your fingers around that in some way. I'll show you the percussion briefly. Obviously, this is super tricky, so not for everyone at all. I'm using this heel of the hand into the body to create my kick drum sound, and I'm using the side of the thumb to create my snare sound. And I'm doing just constantly just going all the way through. So sometimes I'm having to do things simultaneously, especially that kick drum sound, because that melody note usually comes on one, right? So my first thing that I need to do is play the bass note and the ring finger at the same time as going in there. So I get, oh no I don't. Okay, which will take a hell of a long time to get if you've never done it, and even if you have done it, I think it will take quite a while to do. So what I would suggest doing is just staying in one place and playing that, practicing playing a melody note and a kick drum at the same time. And then doing your string slap. Your string slap doesn't have to be with anything simultaneously, so that's going to be much easier. But getting that motion of pinching and coming back. I've said before, if you've ridden a motorbike, which isn't really something I've done much of, but just as it's a similar, this motion, okay? It's this sort of coming back in, but in this case, squeezing as well. If you've never done that at all, then just, it's really cool to spend 5 minutes just working on making that sound. Kick, snare, and a kick, and snare, and a kick. Really super gentle on the top of that guitar. It's not, it's more ballerina than builder, all right? Really super, super light and gentle, and you'll get a nicer sound. Practice turning it down 9 times out of 10. In fact, whatever, 10 times out of 10 everyone does it too loud, too hard. You don't get a nice sound, and you can hurt yourself too. You're hitting a bit of wood. And it's this part, the heel of the hand. Different on everyone's guitar, but yeah, it's nice up here. Sometimes getting a strum at the same time is a bit easier. Mine is accompanied by the buttons on my cardigan, which is a little, so my kick drum's a bit sort of rattly. It's like a broken kick drum. It's quite, I think it's a really nice technique for just emphasizing things as well. So if I do a little strum, if I strum normally, but it's a sort of a stab, sounds pretty powerful. But if I do a kick drum at the same time, you kind of barely, well, you notice it because the experience is much more exciting and punchy, but you're not really hearing, oh, he's hitting his guitar. It's just really brings it to life. And this is cool as well, because even if your guitar doesn't pick up acoustically the sounds, if you've got a piezo under there, it will definitely still pick up the to some degree. Anyway, fantastic. So to be honest, if you just go and play with those chords and do your own thing, I think you'll have a very nice Tuesday evening. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so very much. I will now go and put this video, the recording, onto Patreon, which you can go and, you know, watch back and slow down and stuff. But thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. Lovely to see you all. And yeah, maybe see you in a month's time. Stay in touch, and yeah, book a little lesson if you want to. It's there. Use it. You're very welcome. All right, and nice